It was a nice week though.
True. Let's wait for a few more people to join, then we'll start the session.
Okay.
Rishi bhai, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
So let's wait for a few more minutes for more people to join, then we'll start the session right away.
You, sir, sounds good.
All right, so good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. This is 11th Town Hall for On-Chain Asia Hub. Very happy that you all have made some time, even though it's a Saturday evening, to take part in this. Today we have Hrishique and Charchit from GSIM. 'Thank you for joining. All right. Hope you can see me. Hello, sir.
Hey guys, hi Freddy,
GM.
GM.
So let's take a few more minutes, have a chat with people who have joined, then we'll quickly dive in to see what GSIM is all about. Sahil is from Prayagraj. Hello, Tanmay. Hello, DJ.
Hello guys, actually there was some network issue, so I missed something, I guess.
Nothing much. We were saying some good things about you.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Aditya, GM. Thank you for joining. Night Main. Hello. Interesting name, I should say. Mr. Soumya Ranjan.
GM guys, long time.
GM Freddy.
Long time indeed.
Yeah, long time.
How has your week been? Back from Delhi, is it?
I would say mediocre, bro, because of the flight miss that happened. And yeah,
We've all been there.
yeah, bro.
Mr. Priyanshu.
Oh, sorry. Wait, let me just, yeah. Yeah. Hi, Freddy, GM.
So by the way, DJ is with Dora Dow. We met during Pragma. I've
Hi,
heard
DJ. Nice to meet you.
Hello
nice
there.
them.
Can't you say me?
Yeah.
Anyone else want to quickly share how your week went before we begin the session? Some
Maybe
of
you can say yourself like how was the week for you?
for me, as usual, brother. Work. Anyway, so Rishi Bhai, Charchit, if you guys are ready, let's start with the session. I'll hand over to you. You can give a brief on what GSIM is about. Let us know about the challenges we faced with Web3 implementation, and also about what's in store for users. I believe some of the people who have joined will be getting an exclusive invite and some more perks to the product.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, Freddy. Really appreciate you set up this stage or like the call for us. Really appreciate everyone's time for coming up here to know more about us, what we are building, who we are, and what problem we are trying to solve in Web3. So I would not be presenting any of the boring presentation. I would just make sure it's more interactive between you and me, guys. And the call is more about us rather than who we are and what we are building. So before moving forward, I just wanted to know like how many people are interested in building their own project and how many are building right currently building their own. So just give me a GM or like hands up. Yeah, Tanmay is one, Freddy is one. Yep. I can see good names. Yeah, yeah. So let me be very blunt with you guys. The market is changing rapidly. The institutions are adopting Web3 like There is no other day. They are adopting Web3 very fast and looking Web3 as an opportunity. And due to this pivotal shift, most of the jobs are getting more concentrated in United States. Like if you go to job portals of these companies, they would be having BD lead, marketing lead, data analyst lead, and most of apart from developers and backend engineer, all these jobs are getting concentrated in United States. So so either you evolve with time or get left behind. So one such way is become a developer or a backend engineer or start your own project. So that's the very blunt truth I wanted to let you guys know. And at the same time, we often talk about bridging Web3 to the masses. But what happens when your product literally touches your Web2 services? And that's where the story of GSIM begins. So before telling who we are, what we are building, let me tell you a quick introduction of me and my co-founder Rishik. So I have been in Web3 from last 5 years. From professionally 2.5 years, I've been exploring Web3, and I happened to meet Rishik in an online boot camp learning full stack development. Later, we got to meet each other in a online, not online. Later, we met to each other in a offline meetup of Polygon Guild Jaipur, and there I took the path of becoming a growth lead, and he took the path of becoming a backend engineer and DevRel in Web3. So just 5 6 months ago, Rishi contacted me that, bro, I have this wonderful idea of making GSIM, bringing coordination in telecom. And I was like, yes, it would work because I have spent almost like $120 in Dubai, spent almost like $40 to $50 in Singapore. So from like if you are a business traveler or a crypto nomad, this amount doesn't look too big. But me as an Indian using the data of Geo, it still looks a very big amount because like in $50, I can pay my smartphone bill for next 365 days. So that's still a very big amount, not just for me, but other people as well. Uh, and I have talked to some of the business people and crypto nomads, and for them, it's like, yeah, the amount is still significant, but they can just simply afford it. And if they could have the option of cheaper data, well, and at the same time having more well-connected data, why not go with that? So that's the main vision of GSIM, and that's where we are building. So the main idea is to bring coordination in global travel eSIMs, because your connectivity is not just your infrastructure problem, telecom infrastructure problem. It's also about your payment and identity part. And if you go into the orchestration of how you use the eSIMs on your smartphone, it always goes like uh, one eSIM aggregator buy from the mobile carrier and sell it to the people, buying the data in bulk, making the company and operations very heavy in nature. So our objective is simple: bring user connected directly to the telecom, building a telecom edge case. So as a consumer, you directly get to connect with the telecom, use the wholesale price in a retail way, and connecting to the local network while you are traveling to some other countries. So in a very simpler term, suppose you go to Singapore and you are not paying the global roaming price. You are actually paying the local same price of Singapore, all while using your travel eSIM. So that's the main objective of ours. And I would like to call Rishik on the stage to tell about his experience and challenges he faced while building GSIM from technical point of view.
So hello guys, how's it going?
Great,
Well,
brother.
okay. So like so far the journey has been like there have been a lot of ups and downs just like shipping through the day and even through the nights. So like uh, if you are thinking of building something, pushing it in main, like getting it connected with the community and like bring it on mainnet. So there are a lot of things that you need to focus. So like to start with, this is not actually the first thing that I've been working on. I've worked with other startups as well previously, but those were not like in blockchain. So the difference that basically comes with while you're building on blockchain is like whoever you tell or whoever you talk to, first of all, whenever you tell that, yes, this is something we are doing this, I'm building a global eSIM based on blockchain. So the first friction that comes is that they don't know what exactly blockchain is. So you have to tell that. Then comes the wallet interaction and stuff. So like whenever you have to log in into any dApp, so you need to have a wallet and stuff. And then moving forward, so there are a lot of things, there are a lot of orchestrations actually that you need to go through while you're building in Web3. And the top thing being the development part, like you have to have these smart contracts need to be audited. You need to be sure that what you are pushing on the like production part. So you need to be very much specific. You need to be very careful about what you are pushing, how the things are going, and like you need to be like 4 steps ahead of what actually the user is going to use. So that has been like my journey so far, and it has been really nice like working with Charchit, and also we have other members as well who are working along. And so like we are coming across these things, but yeah, I won't like just say we are facing issues, but yeah, there are a lot of solutions as well out there. It's just that you need to look out for the correct solution, and if you like look out for it well, and then it is like you will get the solution. And for like we talked about wallet integration and stuff, so there are a lot of solutions you guys also might know that yes, you can use privy. Then like if there is any web2 user who has to use, so what happens is you can do the on ramp, off ramp, and everything is there. So like there are some of the SDKs as well. Just a second guys.
Friends, the crux is you have to be clear what you want to achieve with blockchain. Blockchain majorly solves your identity and payment part. And if you are not building something serious, you can always have your token or always have coordination with token. And what Rishi wanted to convey is be active in the community. With community, I simply meant not just doing GM here and there on Telegram, Discords, hopping one server to other. No, it's not like that. By being active in community is actually being active on X, keeping your Twitter feed very clean, so such that you get early alphas, you get early technological partnerships on your feed, which you can implement right away on your application. And the best advantage of being early with those partnerships could get you actually could get you actually placed in a situation or in an environment where even good colleges, top colleges of the world cannot give you. Not just about talking about IITims, I'm also talking about your UC Berkeley, California University. Just now, just for example, just to give you an example of perspective, Coinbase recently partnered with Samsung Wallet, and because of this, people in US could easily or without gaslessly have access to crypto. So that's a very big partnership just announced 2 days ago in the community. And if you are just only busy doing GM or talking non-relevant stuffs in the community, you gonna be left behind. And like if you do like that, I'm 100% sure most of the folks gonna get left behind. So keep your Twitter feed clean, That's the first source of information. Before people know about any strategic partnership, go out there, build it, and keep your product out. Make sure people know you from your product. So, like 20 days ago, me and Rishik were fighting in an arena of a good launch pad, which is backed by CB Venture, and our competitor was a company named Skate. They call themselves as virality layer. Like to make it simpler, they have built a content creation wrapper around different APIs from Google's Nano Banana to your Chat GPT AI generator, AI image generator. So they were having almost like $1.5 billion in backing. They were have good amount of KOLs. They were having different people's supporting them, bringing votes to them, good expertise of marketer. But what I did different is I went to different base communities talking about my product directly to the end consumer. That if you are traveling to base camp Vermont, you could always come and use our travel eSIM. And you would be surprised that we didn't got a word to the community on that level, but we were able to reach the relevant person. And that relevant person was directly talking with these launchpad teams. And there, these guys also get excited about that. Yes, these guys are building something different. And from there, they realize that eSIM is another fast moving market like AI and Web3. So that's how you have to position yourself strategically, understanding what's coming into the market and how actually you have to behave or what actions you have to take to be a meaningful in the space you're contributing. And I can go on and on talking about experiences, what you could implement. So before going further, would like to show you a quick demo of what we have built. And after that, we could have just two-way conversation of what you guys are building and how I could help you on a personal level and see where we can collaborate in some of the manners. So yeah, sharing you my screen. Yep. Can you guys just confirm if you can see the screen properly?
Yep.
Yep. Thank you. So we are the mobile first application, so would be showing mobile only. Uh, yeah.
You like the UI, by the way. A lot of compliments.
Thank you so much. It's actually built by me. Yeah. So being the mobile first application, uh, like guys, the major objective is to make this as fiat friendly as possible. Like if you want more privacy, you can always come into the wallet on ramp or sorry, deposit your crypto through on chain. But if you are a Web2 user, you could always just on ramp with your credit and debit card. Let me just show you. Here, here we have integrated social login. So the Web2 user feels more comfortable while using the application. Yeah. So like, yeah, you could always deposit your crypto through on-chain means. And as a Web2 user, you can always on-ramp and off-ramp. Of course, in the coming months, we would be doubling down on the experience to make sure it doesn't look that you are on-ramping and off-ramping the remaining funds or points from the GeSIMs in-app wallet. Our next objective is to make sure your device finding becomes more simpler with blockchain related identities. What I meant by that, suppose you buy a eSIM from a Web2 application, you could always use in some other country, use on the go, but you cannot uh, share with your friends, or you cannot switch devices and have your own previous profile attached. With blockchain, we would be coordinating your previous eSIM profiles such that the user actually gets the best experience, much better than your Web2 infra. We would be having encrypted messaging. So the major idea is to encourage people to install GeSIM's eSIM. And if you install the eSIM without purchasing the plan or purchasing the minimum plan, you can actually use the messaging throughout the world free of charge for lifetime. That's our main idea of having these encrypted messages, message tab, to encourage more install of our eSIM. And once you have bought a plan, you would be having your dashboard. So I would just simply cancel my previous eSIM plan. We would also be enabling interoperability between different telecoms. Suppose you go to Germany and you happen to use Deutsche Telekom, and then you're required to travel to United States. So you can always switch your network in real time. And if you're not a tech savvy or like uh, a techie person, you can always keep this on AI mode. And the major idea to have telecom interoperability is not just to provide you the best bandwidth, but to provide you relevant bandwidth divided in your quality of service. Suppose you are a chat person, you love to chat on the go. So we would be providing you the relevant bandwidth such that it doesn't cost you uh, more in the sense it doesn't give you the ultra premium 5G. You just need decent 5G or 4G connection to have your chat. So we would be tracking your bandwidth usage through AI. Having said that, uh, keeping your crucial data or your usage pattern private, encrypted through zero knowledge technologies. On this aspect, we have to do a lot more research on that. And luckily, we got good people to help us with building our solution, specifically the identity and carrier switching. And those people are the EF guys whom I met in ETH Global New Delhi. So coming to the main point, you could always buy your eSIM through our platform. You would be having simple prepaid eSIMs, just like you can see on Web2 application. But what different we are doing is we are enabling pay on usage. Suppose you want to travel to United Kingdom, you can select one country, one or two or five, six countries, decide how many days you need to be there, estimate how many data you need a day per day basis, and you can actually pay on your usage. And for example, you went to that country, you come back in 3 days, then because of the programmable billing, you can always stop and get refund in the stable coins. And we could be able to enable this once we have our own SMDP telecom server, which would be having your travel identity, which is GeSIM. And then on top of that, you could have custom plans. And another use case of having a travel identity is you could actually have high quality CK attestation relevant to your location. And that brings totally new use cases. For example, activating a travel eSIM is one of the best proof that you have traveled to this particular country apart from your passport stamps. So you could always have those information in the ZK proof, give it to your travel insurance company, and actually prove them without revealing information that you have traveled through that country. And in the real world scenario, what really the biggest issue is if you plan to travel to 4 or 5 countries and you bought insurance of these 4 or 5 countries separately from different providers, that's where the mistrust could come. Suppose you are traveling to Singapore and Thailand on the go. You first land to Singapore and then you land to Thailand. You would be you are having travel insurance of these 2 countries, and you got an accident in Thailand, and you went to the company saying that, sir, I was in Thailand and I got the accident. And at that point, it is very difficult to prove that company who is providing the insurance. They can actually dodge off by saying that your accident actually happened in Singapore. So apart from insurance, you could always have better airport lounge access without actually revealing your information. You could use VPN with eSIMs. On top of that, use crypto payment, making you completely private and at the same time enjoying the perks. Outside, not just Web2, in Web3, I talked to the partnership lead of this crypto card company, and I told them that if I can give you the on-chain score of people who are traveling to different countries frequently for work, leisure, business-related purposes, would you be able to give him heavy discounts on your product? And his response was not very surprising. He simply said that those were our ideal customer, and if we ever got to measure those data points, we would love to onboard them into our ecosystem. So yeah, uh, let's buy our eSIM. So currently we are India, so I choose this plan. I pay with USDC, approve the transaction. Once the payment is done through blockchain escrow, I would activate my eSIM. And yeah, anyone in the call can scan the QR code and install the eSIM right away and use it. Mainly, this QR has integration with Airtel and Jio, and you can switch the network in real time based on your usage. But currently, we don't have a smart AI switch which measures your bandwidth usage. So it would be a simple telecom eSIM, but yes, you can still use it right away. And we are already live. So if anyone want to install it, just raise up your hand, or I would simply move ahead with the call.
I think many would have taken screenshots. By the way, so what if 2 people scan the QR at the same time? What would happen?
It will only work in one device.
So the first person to scan is the one that gets to use.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you just make payment in real time? Did you pay real money to get this done?
Yep, of course.
Crazy.
Yeah. So currently the amount is coming to our safe wallet, but in the coming future, as we are researching and doubling down our research and mapping the partners, our objective is to build the carrier edge case where user pays directly to the mobile carrier, and we as a platform earns on per activation, just like how Rapido come into the market of Uber. Instead of taking the commission from the drivers, they have the subscription, and that's how they were able to make their own space between Ola and Uber within the Indian cab market. So that's how what we want to achieve through blockchain. And blockchain actually enables better micro billing in a cross-border environment. So I think uh,
True.
we gonna rock into the market, not just in Web3 but also in Web2. That's for sure. Yeah.
Right. It's crazy to see that Rishi faced a problem one day and suddenly after having discussion with you, you have a solution made that using blockchain. Not many people can pull that off. So Sahil has asked, just how curious to know that how is it working with local telecom companies?
Yep. So Sahil, as we move forward with our product development roadmap, so the first objective is to bring these eSIM aggregators on a platform. So mainly we have three aggregators, Aralo, eSIM Access, and Telnex. But in the coming future, once we have our identity validated while using with these aggregators, once we have a research validated of building a carrier edge case, we would be shifting towards building our own ecosystem of local telecom partnership. So the first objective is to target high tourism, crypto-friendly countries, and then slowly move out from there. Yep.
Interesting. So I'd been reading, we had a question in the Luma registration form. We had an option for people to ask questions when they were joining. And we had one question where they asked how base was used in your product. Have you guys used base for implementing blockchain?
I'm sorry, didn't get the question. Can you repeat?
It seems like, I'm not sure myself, someone had written the question where they were asking if you had used base chain to implement the blockchain part.
Yep. On the base, we could be having our payments, micro billing, instant settlement, and identity layer. So that's the major part of blockchain here.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Folks, if you have any more questions, you could simply just come on the call, ask, or like type in the chat box here itself.
Right. So the floor is open, guys. Please feel free to ask any questions if you have. You can also type feels unreal, good tech. Yes, Mr. Aditya.
Thanks, Aditya. Yeah. Guys, I feel there are not many questions. So
There are
currently,
questions people have asked in the Luma form, but let's have a quick one last round. Let's ask the participants if they have any questions. Then we'll close the floor. I mean, we'll move ahead to the next part of the session. Okay. Ayush Raj has asked, would on-chain score feel like Sybil score? Like there is no single on-chain score provider because no centralized body. And who would connect the account with email? Would they receive promotional offers in the coming years? What I'm asking is, how do you see this fold out in a few years? Maybe not too old to Web3. So can you please dumb it down?
yep. Ayush, that's a very good question. So it would feel like Sybil score, but for your travel on your travel related ID in a well encrypted format using your ZK proof. It would simply give the proof of that you have traveled to this country for these many days. We would not be revealing on date, and that particular history or trusted data could actually bring lot of new use cases in different businesses, not just in Web3 but also in Web2. And we would not be using any particular on-chain score provider. We would be having ZK proof built by us only, which the user can avail right away itself. And the next part comes of the centralized body. No, actually, what will happen is once you activate your eSIM, you could actually that's the most trustful manner that you have been to that particular country and build a ZK proof on top of that. User could uh, connect with their email or social logins using Privy, and we are not focusing on spamming you with the promotional email offers through the email. We would actually be sending you the offers through the chat message window, giving you the notification that you could use this particular crypto card, you could use this particular crypto related service, or join this event, must be having this particular GSM ID score, or these were the travel insurance which we have partnered with, and could give you a well crafted travel insurance which is mapped to your GSIM ID. So that's the main idea of it.
All right. So moving on to the last part of the session. I believe you had something to share with the audience. Charchit, you have shared a Drive link, right? A
Yep.
quick brief on what it's about would be great.
Yep. So folks, as you know, tomorrow we would be having base around the world meetup in Bangalore, and it would be really mean a lot to us if you can bring a word out for us. I've attached a quick video of our application where you can install your eSIM for India.
By the way, is this application live? Can people check out? Is there any link through which they can access?
Yes, sir, it's live, and here's the MVP link.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So guys, you could just copy the tweet, post it on the Twitter with our video attached to the tweet. It would actually means a lot to us. If the right relevant people see us in the market, we can actually be able to pull off our product and bring more partners, stakeholders, eventually helping us to provide you a better travel related eSIMs.
Right, Charchit, thank you so much for your time. I think there are a few more questions. If you have the time, we can
Yes, I can take.
go through them as well. Thank you so much. So Ryan has asked, everyone is building around DeFi payments and trading. Do people actually use multiple payment products? Basically, how do I find out an idea to build on chain as everyone is creating a bubble around DeFi? So he's asking ideas on what to build around DeFi.
Yep. Like DeFi itself is very fascinating, and what you could do as a builder exploring who want to explore this space, go to website of Paradigm. They have multiple blogs related to stable coins, three-dimensional stable coins, multi-dimensional stable coins. You could actually monetize the sentiments of people. You could actually bring leverage to the prediction market. There are multiple ways where you can do innovation with the finances. To be more precise, next generation finances. And you have to be clear with the idea. You could read blogs from those particular websites and can actually see the direction where you want to move ahead. Yes, Aditya has just shared the link.
Yep, thank you, Aditya. Also, Ayush, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat itself. And of course, if you have more questions, you can ask after the call as well. If you think you need a one-on-one session as well, please feel free to reach out to them via Telegram. They'd be more than happy to answer, I believe. Sahil, thank you so much for sharing. I'm also going to post right away. Any help with promoting product would be much welcome. And if you also have a product that you'd like to showcase, please get in touch with us. We'd love to help you out with it. All right, let's wait for a while. I believe let's give them some more time to ask if they have any questions before formally wrapping up our call.
Folks, you could ask me questions on my Telegram itself.
Once again, thank you, Charchit, for taking the time. Thank you so much for showing up and showing what your product is about. We've been a fan of your work. Love what GSIM is doing, how much it's helping people. By the way, I didn't expect things to be so smooth and easy. Usually, implementing blockchain is not an easy task, right?
It's actually very easy if you cut out the noise. To be very honest, like there are multiple companies doing token, building their own mobile networks, so that doesn't make any sense. The telecom itself has many stakeholders. Just bring the coordination, and you could have a very good valuation in the market.
Right, right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Please feel free to approach us through Telegram. Please join the community. Any help with tweeting on Twitter regarding what you've just witnessed would be much appreciated. We will be sharing a few exclusive giveaways for people who have taken part in this call later with regards to this product. Once again, thank you, Charchit and Hrishique, for taking part. Would love to see GSIM grow into a global brand and really impact lives soon.
Thank you so much, Freddie. Thanks, community, for coming up.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for taking the time on a Saturday evening. Really means much. Please feel free to let us know your feedback through Telegram or through WhatsApp. Most of you here know me. Let me also share the community link once again. I've already shared. Let me share it once again. Any doubts, feel free to approach us anytime. Love doing this. Once again, thank you for taking part. Have a good evening, guys. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.